Hi students, in previous classes we have learned about refraction and refractive index and loss of refraction. In today class we discuss refraction at plane surface and formation of image due to refraction at a plane surface. So formation of image, give one example. Suppose you take one bucket and observe the bottom of the empty bucket. So bottom of the empty bucket appears as usual. Now up to one fourth of the bucket filled with water. Again you observe the bottom, then the bottom appears little bit rises up. If you fill the bucket, half of the bucket filled with water, then the bottom appears rises further. If you fill up to 3/4, the bottom rises further. So that means if any object inside water is appears less depth than the original depth. Same thing we can observe. Suppose a fish inside a water. So if you observe, then fish will appear less depth than the original depth. For example, one fish is here, but that is the original position of the fish. But here, this fish appears to us here. Why it is appearing at that point? Because of refraction. Here, this is the original position. From surface to this original position of the fish is called real depth. But here it appears at this position. Surface to this depth is called apparent depth. That means this fish image is formed above its original position. Suppose here observer is in water and object is in air, then how it will appear? So such cases now we discuss. So in first we discuss this condition when object is in a denser medium, observer is in a rarer medium. So first case, you take it as a boundary of the two media. Here this medium refractive index is taken as mu2, or you take it as a mu1, no problem. So but I am taking this medium refractive index is mu1 and this medium refractive index is taken as mu2. In this I am assuming refractive index of the first medium is greater than the refractive index of the second medium. Here object is inside the denser medium and observer in a rarer medium. Mu1 greater, refractive index value greater means that medium is said to be denser medium. Refractive index is less, that is said to be a rarer medium. So here observer in rarer medium, object is in a denser medium. I am assuming one object is here. This is the object, take it as O. So observer is in a denser medium, rarer medium. That means, for example, this is the observer, eye of the observer. He is observing the object where it appears. So this object is at a depth of d meters from the free surface. This depth is taken as d meters. So to observe this object, light must be travel from object to eye. Then only he can able to see. So first we draw one line here perpendicular to the surface. So this point is taken as a P. Sir, actually what happened? Light ray travel from object to the eye. That means light ray is going like this. Here. We should draw one normal at this point. This is the normal. with what angle light ray is incident. Suppose this angle of incident is taken as I. Here this alternate angles are same, that's why this also taken as a I. Here this incident ray making an angle I with the normal. So normal means here vertical line. So these two are the alternate angles, both are equal I. So light travels from denser medium to rarer medium. What happened? Denser medium to rarer medium, it bends slightly. So slightly it bends and it enters like this. In which direction it bends? Bends away from the normal. So this angle is taken as a refraction angle. It is taken as R. Little bit it bends. If we extended back this line is extended back, then it meets this point, this. So this point is taken as image. That means for this observer, this light ray is appears to coming from this point because of refraction phenomena. Actually, light ray coming from the object, but whenever it is changing medium, it deviates from its original path because of changing speed. So here speed increases, that's why it bends away from the normal. So this light ray is appears to coming from another point instead of object. So that point is said to be image. Here this one angle of refraction. So this angle is also same angle of refraction R. This point of incident is taken as A. From this diagram, we can write tan I is equal to, first, if you observe, here two right angle triangles are there. In that, one is POA. OPA. This is one right angle triangle. Here, angle is equal to I. From that, we can write tan I is equal to, from this, tan I is equal to, we can write opposite side by adjacent side, PA by PO, we can write tan I is equal to. In same way, another triangle is there, IPA. From this, here angle is R, this is IPA. From this, tan R is equal to PA by PI, we can write. Okay, so tan I, tan R we got. Sir, if you consider I and R small angles, for small angle of I and R, for small angles of what happened, then tan I is equal to, for small angles already I said, so triangular approximation. In that case, I explained sin I is equal to I, tan I is equal to I, or sin theta is equal to theta, tan theta is also equal to theta, we consider. So that's why tan I is equal to I, which is equal to, we can write sin I. This we can write sin I. So from this sin I is equal to, so from this we can write sin I is equal to PA by PO, we can write. In same way, tan R is equal to, we can write small r, that is equal to sin R. So from this sin R is equal to PA by PI, we can write. From this, we got sin I value and sin R value. We know Snell's law. From Snell's law, What is Snell's law? Already I said Snell's law. Actually, sin I by sin r is equal to constant for a given pair of media. That is Snell's law. So, but I said to remember like this. So, refractive index of the medium into sine of angle in that medium. So, in this medium, sine of angle is I. So, refractive index of this medium is mu1, and in this medium, angle is equal to I. So, refractive index into sine of angle in that medium is equal to refractive index of the second medium into sine of angle in that medium. So here mu1, mu1 or mu2, n1 you take. n1 or mu1 means the medium in which light ray travels first. mu2, the medium in which light ray travels refracted. So mu1 sin I is equal to mu2 into sin R. From this mu1 sin I is equal to, PA by PO, which is equal to mu2 into sin R. Sin R is equal to PA by PI, we can write. PA get cancelled. From this cross multiply, then we get mu1 by mu2 is equal to PO by PI, we can write. So mu1 by mu2, refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium, that is equal to PO, pole to object. This distance is called object distance. Object distance divided by PI is equal to image distance. mu1 by mu2. So this object distance by image distance. Object distance also we can write it as a real depth. Real depth divided by apparent depth. Here real depth. So object distance, PO is the real depth. Really object is at point O. Apparent depth means for us this object is appears here. So this distance is said to be apparent depth. So from this apparent depth is equal to real depth into cross multiply, then we get mu2 by mu1 we can get. So mu2 means refractive index of rarer medium by refractive index of denser medium, we can write. This is apparent depth formula. So already we know here object is here, but its image is formed here. So that means what happened here, this object rises certain height in vertical upward direction. So this difference is called shift. How much? This is the original position. From the original position to this position, its image shifts. So that's why shift is equal to, we can write apparent depth. Shift is equal to real depth minus apparent depth, we can write. Real depth is equal to real depth minus apparent depth is equal to real depth into mu2 by mu1, we can write. So from this we can write shift is equal to, if you take real depth common, real depth into 1 minus mu2 by mu1 we can write. Finally, suppose if Second medium is taken as a air. Second medium taken as air. If mu2 is equal to 1, that is for air medium, and mu1 is taken as a mu, then apparent depth is equal to real depth by refractive index mu. And in same way, shift is equal to real depth into 1 minus 1 by mu, we can write. So this is the shift and apparent depth formula. So apparent depth is equal to real depth into mu2 by mu1. See here one example problem. For example, from this surface, one fish is at a depth of 12 meters from the free surface of the water. Assume which is at a distance of 12 meters from the surface of the water. Then what is its apparent depth and what is the shift? So here light ray travel from water to air traveling. So refractive index of the water we know. Refractive index of the water 4 by 3. Mu1 is equal to 4 by 3. And the refractive index of air medium is taken as 1. Because light ray travels from water to air. So when light ray travels from water to air, what happens? So it travels first in water. That's why first medium refractive index is mu1. Second enter into water. That's why second medium refractive index 1. So from this apparent depth is equal to real depth is equal to 12 meters into mu2 is equal to 1 by mu1 is equal to 4 by 3. So that is equal to 12 into, it becomes 3 by 4. So 3 times 3 3s are 9 meters. For us, this fish appears at a depth of 9 meters only from the surface. And in this case, shift is equal to real depth minus apparent depth. So real depth minus apparent depth. Real depth is equal to 12 meters minus apparent depth is equal to 9 meters. Finally, we can get shift is equal to 3 meters. In this way, we can solve the problems. So that means any object is inside water appears little bit rises up. And this apparent depth depends on real depth. So here this water level increases, then apparent depth also changes. Next, we discuss. Suppose object is in a rarer medium and observer in a denser medium. So now you take this medium refractive index is taken as mu1 and this medium refractive index is taken as mu2. But in this case, mu2 is greater than mu1 we take. Same here also image formation case only. But observer in a denser medium, object is in a rarer medium. Here take it as a object O. This condition we can see in bird is in air, fish is in the water. Suppose fish observes the bird, then what is the height of the bird? How it appears? So that case we discuss here. From the surface, this depth is taken as its depth, or you take it as a height. So this is taken as d meters or h meters. You take d or h. if we take anything. That is the real depth. So what happened here? Light ray coming from the object and incident here. So we should draw one normal at that point. So draw normal. Here it making an angle. Angle of incident is taken as I. This angle is also equal to I. But here light ray travel from rarer medium to denser medium. It bends toward the normal. So light ray bended like this and going in that way. If you extended back this ray, so then its image appears to formed here. This is the image distance from the free surface. This is taken as apparent height. Apparent height or depth we can take. Now, this angle is equal to angle of refraction. This one is also equal to R only. Here, two triangles are the right angle triangles. This point is taken as P and this one is taken as A. So, from triangle, right angle triangle OPA, tan I is equal to, we can write opposite side PA by PO we can write, and in same way triangle IPA tan R is equal to PA by PI we can write. Clear Nana? Here two right angle triangles are there. From those two triangles we written like this. Sir, for small angles, tan I is equal to I and tan R is equal to R, which is equal to sin I. So tan I is equal to I, which is equal to sin I. So that means sin I is equal to PA by PO we can write. PA by PO. In same way, tan R is equal to R, that is equal to sin R, which is equal to PA by PI we can write. From Snell's law, we know refractive index of the medium into sine of angle in that medium. In this medium, sine of angle is equal to I, angle of incident is I. So mu1 into sine I is equal to mu2 into sine R we can consider. Now here, according to Snell's law, we consider angles at refraction. So this medium refractive index mu1 and here incident ray, sine of angle of incident. Here this medium refractive index mu2 and sine of angle of refraction. So from that mu1 into sine I is equal to PA by PO, that is equal to mu2 into sine R is equal to PA by PI we can write. PA get cancelled. From this PI is equal to cross multiply, then we get PI is equal to PA into mu2 by mu1 we can get. Where PA is said to be real depth or real height, and here PI is said to be apparent depth or apparent height we can say. So in this case, if you observe, which one is greater, mu2 is greater or mu1 is greater? Mu2 is greater than mu1. So mu2 is greater than mu1. So from this we can write mu2 by mu1 is greater than 1. So mu2 by mu1 is equal to Pi by Pa, which is greater than 1. From this we can write Pi is greater than Pa. So pi means pole to image. Image distance is greater than the object distance. So this is the image distance. So finally, don't get confused, students. Listen carefully. If object is in denser medium, observer in rarer medium. Sir, object in denser medium and observer in rarer medium means suppose you take bird and fish. Fish is inside the water. Bird is in air. So bird is the observer and fish is the object you consider. In this case, image distance is equal to object distance into mu2 by mu1. Sir, mu1, mu2. So some of the students are getting confusion, rarer medium, denser medium. That's why I am taking mu1 and mu2. Mu1 means in which medium light travels first, that medium refractive index. Mu2 into which medium light refracted, that medium refractive index mu2. So here fish is observing. Fish is observing means bird is observing. Bird observes the fish. So that's why light travel from fish to bird. In this case, fish is appears less depth than the original depth. So it appears above its original position. In same way, bird is in air, fish is in water. Fish observes the bird. Now fish is the observer, bird is taken as a object. Object is in rarer medium, observer in denser medium. In this case, image distance is equal to object distance into mu2 by mu1. So for example, fish is at a depth of 12 meters. Already we completed this example. This fish is appearing at 9 meters. Suppose body is at a height of 12 meters from the surface of the water. At what height it appears from the surface? From the surface, image distance is equal to object distance into mu2 by mu1. So image distance is equal to object distance is equal to body is at a height distance of 12 meters into refractive index of mu2. Mu2 is equal to water, which refractive index of 4 by 3 into 3, which is equal to 16 meters. So bird appears more height than the actual height. Bird appears more height than actual height. So fish appears less depth than the original depth. So sometime they will ask, what is the how it appears? Speed. Speed means both side distance. Distance is divided with time. So speed is equal to formula distance by time. Speed is equal to distance by time. So in this case, we can write image distance divided by time, which gives the speed of image is equal to image speed is equal to object speed into mu2 by mu1. In same way, here also we can write image speed is equal to object speed into mu2 by mu1 we can write. Okay. So that means here fish appears to moving slowly in upward direction because it appears less depth. But for fish, body is moving faster. Fish less depth and it appears slowly in upward direction. But body is taller than its original height and it comes faster in downward direction, appears to the fish. So these are the speed and apparent distances. Now, if instead of one liquid, more liquids are poured in a container, Then what is the apparent depth and shift formula? Now we see. Suppose in a vessel, different liquids are filled. If n immiscible liquids of refractive indices mu1, mu2, mu3 and so on mu1 are filled in a vessel, their depths are d1, d2, d3 and so on dn respectively. Then apparent depth when seen from top of the first liquid. So when seen from the top, what is the apparent depth of the bottom? So for this formula, d apparent is equal to real depth by refractive index. So real depth d1 first liquid, its refractive index mu1, d1 by mu1 plus d2 by mu2 plus d3 by mu3 plus and so on plus dn by mu n. This is the apparent depth. Here suppose you want to calculate shift. Shift is equal to real depth minus apparent depth. Real depth is equal to d1 plus d2 plus d3 plus and so on plus dn. This is the real depth minus apparent depth is equal to d1 by mu1 plus d2 by mu2 plus and so on plus dn by mu n. So this is the shift formula. Sometimes here they will ask you what is the resultant refractive index of these all liquids. Resultant refractive index. So resultant refractive index is equal to, we can write formula real depth by apparent depth. Real depth by apparent depth gives the refractive index. What is the real depth? Real depth is equal to d1 plus d2 plus d3 plus and so on plus dn. This is the real depth divided by apparent depth is equal to apparent depth d1 by mu1 plus d2 by mu2 plus and so on plus dn by mu n. This is the apparent depth. From this we can write instead of this resultant refractive index mu is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n into di divided by sigma I is equal to 1 to n di by mu I we can write.